you order at a fast food place, you assume you're getting what you asked for. Well, two customers at Subway say there wasn't tuna in their tuna sandwich, and they are suing the sandwich shop. So we did our own test to see what's between the bread.
What up, YouTube? It's Jay Coffee. But today we're talking tuna. I don't know if you heard of this whole tuna controversy regarding Subway, as a couple customers took legal action against them, saying that, their tuna sub didn't contain any tuna. Now, this ish is absolutely crazy. You know what I mean? This story is getting more and more press as it goes along, and things are going to go to court and see how that plays out. But there's been two different studies done regarding the tuna with two totally different results. So that clip you heard in the beginning, that's Inside Edition. They had some fish DNA specialists, which I didn't even know there's such a thing. Like, can you guys imagine that? There's like people that specialize in testing fish DNA. And they said, yeah, 100%. That was tuna. But another test was done by independent labs that came back and said that they tested over 60 inches of tuna, which I'm guessing they're saying like 60 inches worth of subs. The amount of tuna that would be in that is what I think they're trying to say. And they came back with a whole different result, saying that, not only was there no tuna DNA found in any of it, but that they can't figure out what kind, like the DNA, they have no clue what fish it is. As there's a lot of shadiness that goes down in the fish game, like no BS, you know what I mean? Scallops, which is a real, I guess we could call it fancy dish when it comes to fish. People who want to go out to a fancy joint and eat seafood, scallops is, a wanted dish. Some people take stingrays and punch holes in them with like a cookie cutter because scallops are like a circle shape, and pass that off as scallops illegally. Now, you also know that you probably seen imitation crab meat, which they're telling you right on the package, yo, this ain't real crab. And there's some other kinds of, seafood that's like that too that you'll see at the supermarket. But like I said, they're letting you know that that's not what it is. And it's other kinds of seafood or fish they're using to put that together. But with this test, this independent lab that said, hell nah, we ain't finding any tuna DNA, and we don't know what kind of DNA, what kind of fish it is. They said that it could possibly be that it's just some whole mystery meat, I guess, or it's so processed so heavily that it's like watered it down to where you can't figure out what kind of protein is in there. And listen, this whole situation is kind of crazy because, I was just talking on the channel the other day about how fresh stuff tastes to me at Wendy's compared to a lot of other fast food joints. But that's just like burger joints. When it comes to fast food, period, I always think of Subway as being a place where stuff's fresh. I feel like I'm kind of eating a little healthier. Prices ain't bad. Everything's pretty good. And then a lot of people who try to get a lot of protein in their diet. You know what I mean? Tuna fish is always a good way to do it. But then you hear some stuff like this and you're like, what in the fuck is going on? But like I said, two different tests, two totally different results. Like, what's going on with that? But Subway is saying it's total BS and they're going to fight this thing to the bitter end because they're just trying to damage the Subway name. And I got to really put this out there to you guys, right? Do you think this could be some kind of scam? Because, listen, you may have seen headlines a while back that Subway, an Irish Supreme Court, ruled, I believe this was only in Ireland, that Subway could not call their bread, something about too much dough or too much sugar or something like that was in it. They said that they couldn't legally call it bread anymore. So I wonder if someone saw that and said, hey, let's go get us some Subway tuna and sue them or something. Because it's just kind of wild to me that two DNA places can test the same stuff and get totally, completely different results. Like, are these customers in on it? Did one of them know a lab guy? They said, listen, we're going to slip you this tuna and you come back saying it's not real. I mean, I don't know. It may sound kind of crazy, but this really caught my eye. Like, what is going on, man? All this tuna beef when it comes to tuna. And it's crazy too, because, Subway's always been a very popular place, but, and you heard what I was just saying, how they put out in the press, they're just trying to damage our name. They're worried that it's bad publicity for them. And Subway, got over the ultimate bad publicity. You know what I mean? The guy that was the face of the business at one point when it came to the public turned out to be a wicked, sick, creep, disgusting individual. And, we're talking about Jared. I don't even like saying the guy's name. It was so disturbing. And we always put it out there on the channel that, wicked individuals, creeps like that, a lot of times are very manipulative, or they think they can just get away, whatever. But it's like, when you look at the Jared guy, he, you don't want to stereotype people, but he really looked like the guy that would be some kind of sick, disgusting weirdo like that, And reportedly, at one point in time when he was at some kind of health event at a school, some of the people right at the school complained to the police and to Subway that this guy was in there making lewd, disgusting comments about kids at the school. Like, I know it's not Subway's fault. There's only so much someone can do, background checking people and stuff like that. But after, 15 years as the spokesperson, you would have think someone would have got to know this guy. Someone would have said, yo, there's something off about this guy. But he somehow managed to fly under the radar. Can you believe, though, that this sick piece of garbage was actually trying to reach out and get a pardon? Nah, man, rot away and do that whole 15, you demon. But this is probably a part of the reason why Subway is so upset about this, controversy that's going on. Because when you start talking about, oh, did you hear this is going on with Subway? You go down the line, and then next thing you know, you're talking about this creep. It's really shocking that they overcame that, comment and let me know if you're surprised, if you thought that their affiliation with that sick sack of garbage could have ruined the name forever. Somehow they got over it. But jump in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on everything we talked on in this video. And what do you think about this tuna DNA testing? Let's talk about it. Sub to the channel. Hit the notification bell. New viewers, this is Jay Coffee Talk, where we talk music, news, sports, and more. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.